This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, welcome to another War and Pieces. Today is something very, very special, at least to me, and I'm sure to many other war gamers out there in the world. Today we are going to be taking a look at Men of Iron, the tri-pack of the Iron Battles, Men of Iron Battles. This contains 3 games, Men of Iron, Infidels, Blood and Roses. And it was created by the late, great, and probably one of the greatest innovators out there, Richard H. Berg, who unfortunately did not get to see the release of this wonderful tri-pack. And for me, these games have been out separately before, and just a nice collection here of what is probably one of the greatest designers ever, with over 100 games to his credit. GMT always being the class act that they are, putting this together, and well, let's go down to the table. I'm not going to tell you, go over the rules as much. I'm going to just point out some things, and we're going to take a look at all you get in this box and how tremendous this beautiful. So let's take a look and see what you get inside the box, because boy, do you get a lot in here. You're going to get the battle book for Blood and Roses, which is, of course, just glorious. You're going to get the battle book for Infidels. So all these books are just phenomenal, and I just want to go through. I'm just going to pick out one of them. And Infidels here, the historical background and how beautifully it is done, and then you just have these battles that you're going to pick out, and you are going to assemble with some of the stuff that you have. Again, more historical background, which really builds the theme into everything that you do here. Then you're going to take those guys, and then you are going to again build, and with the historical background that you have, build these battles and then play them out. And it's just absolutely wonderful how this is done. And this is just for Infidels. If we go back to Blood and Roses, it's the same thing. Again, giving you that background, giving you everything that you need. There's some reading here, but it's very interesting stuff on how it builds to each one of these battles, and what these battles meant in time, and how important each one of these were. I'm just moving this in so you can see some of the maps. That we're going to be checking out the maps as we go. This is the basic rules for every one of these expansions. Different games: Blood and Roses, Infidels, and of course Men of Iron. So again, the rules are not very complicated. You probably got about 20 to 23 pages of rules, and then some fantastic examples of play in the back here, that as only GMT can do. They really do a wonderful job. If you take the time to read this, especially if you are a beginning war gamer, you're going to find that this is going to be very, very helpful. Again, another battle book, of course, for Men of Iron, which started it all, and then just tons and tons. And I pulled out some of these just to go over some of the beautiful rules. I actually pulled out my old edition of Men of Iron, believe it or not. Again, just updated and beautiful, beautifully produced chits. I really am always amazed at the quality that you get from GMT and the fantastic job that they do. They really knock it out of the park here. And as we just keep on going, you're going to have about 8 counter sheets that'll cover all 3 games. Just tremendously done. Leaders, beautiful cavalry, your longbowmen, which are just basically assassins in this game. As you can see, I pulled out some of these pieces, and then just tons and tons of maps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get a nice little 11 by 17 map. Okay, beautifully done. Keeping the nice terrain all together here, and just making things a lot easier for you. I'm not going to show that one off. Then, of course, your aid charts, things that are going to be for each game. Beautiful portfolio here for infidels. All right, your blood and roses, of course. The same thing, this just beautiful fold-out chart, which is going to give you every single thing that you need to really just get out there and start this. Of course, you're going to have your flight point track, and as you can see, for each game, this one's for Men of Iron, and this is for Infidels. And on the other side of the infidel one, of course, is the Blood and Roses. And you get 2 dice. So let's go take a look at some of these maps folded out right now, just so you could see what you get in this box. I really wanted to point out some of these beautifully done maps. Very old school feel, but updated in a lot of ways. Just fantastically done. Again, you know, this side you're going to get 2 different ones. You're going to get the Battle of Tewkesbury, which was in 1471, and then in 1485 you're going to get the Battle of Bosworth. Now on the other side there is another map. And as you can see, here we are with the Battle of Heron, and forgive me if I butcher that, from 1104 and 1171, Montegard. Okay, believe me, I don't want to butcher this any more than I already have. Again, you know, the main thing about this, okay, is it's more about the gameplay, not so much the map. So if you are a map fanatic, which there are a ton of you, this just sets up how these battles were done, where the defensive positions, and how you're going to try to break through the positions. And there are just so many beautiful maps here. So let's take a look at some more. Yet again, another theater, another beautiful map. And as you can see, you know, just giving you all the layouts and the levels and how everything, you know, just pretty much works in this. Just again, beautifully done. Let's take a look at even more. And now we add yet another beautiful theater in here. Okay, and all on the other side of that map that we just took a look at. I mean, beautifully done. Your English camps, as you can see right here, and just done to perfection. And the nice thing about it is, you know, when you're playing just one of these maps, you can just fold this map in half, or like I'm going to do, laminate all these, which I normally do. Just absolutely, again, beautifully done. And yet 2 more beautiful maps. There's just so much in this fantastic box set, and so many different theaters that you can play in. It's just absolutely beautiful, stunning, and tons of replayability. And finally, some more here, and I believe this one is from Infidels, and this covers 1191 September, and the Mediterranean Sea involved. And then, you know, we have one more, because I don't want to kill you guys with maps, but we have one more beautiful map here, which I'm actually going to take out and fold out and show you guys that one as well. This one being one of my favorites, Northern Sicily, June 28th, 1098. I really love the detail with the camps and then the city, and just like I keep on telling you, everything is just done in the highest and greatest quality, again, from the great GMT. And our final 2 on the other side there, as you can see, just again, just a ton of fantastic maps. Now, right now, let's point out, I want to point out just a couple of very unique things with this system. And we're not going to go over really any rules as much as we're just going to talk about some of the uniqueness. Now, one of the amazing things, and the things that really blow me away, is longbowmen are just nasty and deadly. And they have a range of 4. Okay, so which is really incredible, because they can really chew up people coming in. And that's one of the things about this game, is how you overcome these units that are dug in and defensive. And being the attacker, how are you going to break these units, because they get chewed up coming in. The real uniqueness of this series is that there are not turns. Okay, you're going to have activations, and everything's going to be activated off your leader. You're going to want to stay within your leader's range, which is 4 hexes. If you're outside of it, you can still fight, but you cannot get into a melee battle. You can't, just go in charging into something. You're going to need it. To activate, you're going to have to roll this top number underneath here, which is the 3. So you're going to do that on the D10, and hopefully, oh, there you go. You can activate your unit. Now, the uniqueness of this is if our opponent was going in, we wanted to steal initiative. Well, we can do that. We can say, I'm going to try to steal initiative, because after you do this, you can go to another unit, and if you're able to activate it, you can keep going. You can just keep on going until the player says, I'm going to try to steal initiative. And when that player steals initiative, say we're trying to steal initiative, we're going to have to roll that 3. Well, no, we rolled a 5. So what happens now is that the other person gets a free activation, a head-up free activation with any unit of their choice. So that becomes really unique. Should something get defeated, another unique thing here is that they're forced to go back here, and then something is called retired. They will be retired. And I always found that very unique in a lot of ways. This game is easy to learn. It is fun, and it teaches you a lot about that period, and where now these men of iron and this very special and wonderful period of time is how they learned how to form and be defensive yet offensive, and really just a wonderful game by a fantastic designer. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts on this fantastic and incredibly detailed tri-pack. For me, okay, this set, I have all 3 of these. No, I don't. I have Men of Iron. I'm missing Infidels and Blood and Roses, which is fantastic because now it just completes everything for me. And I think it's just the way this is just put together and done. It's GMT class all the way. Fantastic, great game. Really unique type of things that go into this, where activating your commander really is important, and how you can steal initiative. And if you don't, that person's going to be able to get the other person's going to be able to get that free activation, which can be devastating. It takes these 3 sets take a really unique thing where how the defensive position is really kind of overpowered, and how trying to figure out how to break these ranks, okay, with the cavalry and everything else. You're coming into this, and longbowmen are just nasty in this game. Just absolutely nasty in the game. Another neat thing is, when you roll and then taking a unit out and retiring them. I always think that's such a unique little aspect of this. Again, we didn't cover a ton of rules or anything. This was taking a look at something that I really think, in my heart of hearts, that if you have never played a Richard Berg game, or have played a Richard Berg game, you have to have this in your collection. I think it's a must. It's one of his fantastic designs and his innovations. I think Richard Berg was a genius beyond words, and my hat's off to GMT for putting this wonderful, wonderful edition together. The tri-packs are always fantastic, and just having this together and reminisce about some of the days of playing Men of Iron, but also adding in some of all the other stuff. You get so much in this box. It's just fantastic between the mats and everything else. Well worth it. I suggest you go get it. And if you've never played a Richard Berg game, I'm telling you, you are in for such a treat where anybody, the beginning wargamer or somebody that's been around for a long time, can really find something in here for everyone. And I think you will really enjoy it. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob.
The end of the game, and you could get this from Miniature Market, right, Grandpa?
You can get this from Miniature Market. That's right.
Yeah, everything you need. Bye.